Good morning, Year 6. This is Thursday's anchor task. So your objective today is to understand decimals as fractions. Now, this anchor task might look a bit confusing, but don't panic. It's going to be fine. I will talk you through it. Sorry, let me just grab a pen ready so I can scribble some things. So your actual task is just here. It says match each fraction card to a decimal diagram. So I've tried to color coordinate everything for you. So you need to match each of the fraction cards that are in blue over here to a decimal diagram that is in red. Now, I'm hoping you'll be able to see there are 3 different diagrams. 1, 2, 3, but there are 6 different fraction cards. That means that some of these fractions are actually equivalent fractions. So you will end up with more than one of these fraction cards linked to one of your decimal diagrams, okay? Supporting hands as always up the top here. So just as a reminder, this is 0.006 and that means 6 thousandths. So think about what that would look like as a fraction. Supporting hands over here, you may need to divide by 10, 100 or 1,000 to find the equivalent fraction. So I'm hoping you're feeling fairly confident in doing that now. Can you simplify any of the fractions? Might also help you to actually solve the anchor task in the first place. So there's no answer slide on here. So what I'm going to do now on this very slide is talk you through what the actual answer would be. So please, 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 please make sure you have paused the video and you've had a little go, you've had a little play around yourself trying to work out the answer before I go on to actually explaining it, okay? You must make sure that you've had a little go. Okay, so let's have a look then. I'm going to come to the one that I've put in the supporting hands bit here first. So it says 6 thousandths, 0.06. So this diagram, and this is just zoomed in here, look, shows me that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thousandths. 6 thousandths. So I'm just going to get my select tool on. This literally says 6 thousandths. That is exactly what that means. 6 thousandths. So I'm going to drag that one over there. Let's get the easy ones out the way. So I'm just going to start with that one. Now, this as a decimal, 0.06. Well, this, you can look up here for help if you need to, is our hundredths column. So I'm just going to have a look over here and see if I've got any that just say 6 hundredths. And yeah, we do, look here. 6. Oh, I'm just going to have to change the order that comes in. Sorry. Bear with me a moment while I sort out the technology. So we've got 6 hundredths. So 0.06, 6 hundredths. And then finally over here is 0.6. So that 6 is in the tenths column. So we've got 6 tenths. And again, I'm just going to look and see if we've got 6 tenths just straight away. And we do just here. Look, 6 tenths. Oh, I need to change that one as well. Apologies. There we go. So, can't see it anyway over all the red after all of that. Let's put it down here. There we go. We can just about make that one out. So we've got 6 tenths there. So I've done the straightforward ones. So now I'm left with, these are our equivalent fractions. So I'm just going to try and work out which ones they belong to. So I'm just going to take this one first. Now I can divide my numerator and my denominator by the same amount to find an equivalent fraction. So if you look at this one, 60 hundredths. So if I divide both of those things by 10, I'm going to end up with 6 tenths. So 60 hundredths is equivalent to 6 tenths. I've divided the numerator by 10. I've divided the denominator by 10. Okay, so I'm going to move our 60 hundredths over just to the 6 tenths here. Okay, so let's see if we can do that. Just delete that bit with either of these two. So 60 thousand. So again, I can divide these both by 10. That would end up as 6. And if I divide 1,000 by 10, this one will be going off past the decimal point, so it's moving to the right. I would get 6 hundredths. So 6 hundredths was our one just over here. Oh, sorry. Change the order again, which is only slightly annoying. 60, 100, 1,000, sorry, apologies. So these are equivalent fractions. If I multiply both by 10, I get to here. If I divide both by 10, I get to here. Right, the last one. Now, you'd think it would match up with this 6 thousandths, but we will just have to check because I might have fooled you, which indeed I do. So this one, I can divide, I'll just get my pen again. I can divide the numerator by 100, that'll give me 6. I can divide the denominator by 100, so 1,000 divided by 100 will give me 10. So it isn't actually that first one. There was a little trick there. It's not 2 each. Sorry, I keep losing what I'm looking for. So 60 hundredths actually goes with this one. So what we've ended up with is 3 equivalent fractions for 6 tenths. 600,000, sorry, is the same as 6 tenths. Well, I've kind of done this as I've gone along, really. So can you simplify any of the fractions? Well, yes, I just did them over here. So these ones are all equivalent to 6 tenths. This one is equivalent to 6 hundredths. So yes, you can. It's this one here for 6 hundredths and these two here for 6 tenths. Perfect. Right, I shall remember this time to stop the video and do your new one for the guided task. So the guided task is coming up next. I shall see you in a moment.